In other parts of the world, they are known as the Roma people. In Romania, they are still called gypsies. Over centuries in Europe, they have been persecuted and oppressed. No matter where they go, they are unwelcome. Kevin Hoy knows them well.
They're not easy to love them, but this is what Jesus calls us to do, to love the unlovely. And in all my years of experience working with the gypsy people, there are many times I could think of them as the unlovely people.
After the Romanian Revolution overthrew communism, British entrepreneur Kevin Hoy was determined to bring smiles to the faces of gypsy children in Romania. He founded a charity, the Smiles Foundation, to bring physical and spiritual aid to these poverty-stricken people. Communism had left a vacuum.
The most important mandate we have is to share the good news of the gospel, to show the love of God in a very practical way to people that often feel forgotten and feel without hope.
Maria Hava is the Smiles Foundation director. Before joining the charity, she never realized there was so much need in Romania.
Seeing all the poverty that I have in my own country made me to respond to that call. And I see my job as a call, not a job, because in the hard time, if you don't feel strong and close to God, you just give up.
But it's difficult to speak about God's love to people who are hungry, cold, or homeless. So the Smiles Foundation projects are very practical. In rural villages like Neluchara, life has changed little in centuries.
It's hard to imagine that in the modern world, in the European Union, people are living without running water, without sanitation, without electricity. And yet for many of the people we're working with, this is the norm.
Housing is one of the greatest needs. The Smiles Foundation replaces some houses with container houses. These are discarded shipping containers transformed into sturdy homes. It's the ultimate recycling. Other homes need to be rebuilt from the ground up.
Our aim is that within the next 8 weeks to start the work here with a hygiene block that will provide toilets, showers and wash basins. The whole community will benefit from that.
In villages where the Smiles Foundation first began its work, life has improved a lot. The Tiliad Community Complex has a school, medical center, eye clinic, dental clinic, and a community church.
God has a plan and a purpose, even for the gypsies. We're here to try and help them discover what that plan is and to enjoy serving God.
The foundation has grown since it started 14 years ago. It now employs 78 people working on many different projects, and every paid employee is Romanian. Any workers from other countries are not paid staff. That includes Kevin. They must raise their own church support or work on a volunteer basis. And there's no shortage of volunteers. People of all ages come on short-term missions. For 1 or 2 weeks, they stay at a large guest house at the Smiles headquarters. Elaine Adams is from Northern Ireland.
I come to Smiles because it allows me to do something practical, something I can be truly part of God's work and actually make a difference.
Elaine is helping to unpack a container of supplies collected by her church. Once the container is empty, it too will be converted into housing. Elaine's husband, Norman, is a farmer back home in Ireland. Here in Romania, he's spending his vacation giving advice at the Smiles Foundation pig farm. This business not only trains Romanian farm workers, it sells the pigs for a profit, which helps to fund the foundation.
One of the dreadful things that communism did in Romania was to kill initiative. People were not encouraged or even allowed to think for themselves. They had to do what they were told. And I want to bring all those possibilities back to the Romanian people, but they do need encouragement.
This state-of-the-art glass house is owned by the foundation. The flowers that are grown here are sold to the town for planting in local parks.
And because the business is a wholly owned subsidiary of the foundation, those profits are 100% covenanted to the charity, which is a very tax-efficient way of supporting the future needs.
So with sustainable funding, an army of volunteers to champion the Smiles Foundation around the world, and his seemingly endless energy, Kevin can make his dreams for the Romanian gypsies a reality. To find out how to volunteer at the Smiles Foundation or to learn more about this organization, go to the Living Truth website and follow the link.